Yeah, we've had loads of fun. It's really nice to see kids come into the Cedar Speed gym here in Ashton to possibly participate in something they will never do again in their lives. But for me, it's not so much about the VR. That's only on the very, very tip of the iceberg of the next step of technologies within the sport. What's more important for me is how can we actually turn the education system upside down, and how can we make maths integrated into PE? How can we make science and technology a part of another subject? So ultimately, a math session, in my eyes, should have elements of PE. PE should have elements of maths. These should all have a cross-curriculum activity which includes health and well-being. We all know now there's a big drive towards 10,000 steps in a day, a big drive of trying to make sure children have 1 hour's vigorous activity every day. So how can we implement that in an environment where teachers, educators and people like myself are now having an influence to make sure that happens within school time? Because we can't control what's happening outside of school. People with jobs, different parenting, different levels of home life, sometimes it's difficult to get that. So I think providers, ourselves as being external providers, can really give an insight to schools, an insight into councils, an insight to the government, saying, start thinking about things a bit different, be innovative. And this is really the first step of a whole range of different types of projects and different situation scenarios. What we're building, we're actually building a full curriculum from year 1 to year 6 through the entire span of the entire academic year, and we're going to put this together. And it's going to be a really exciting project, and it's something which we're really, really proud of to be a part of. And me and Umesh have put this together through EvoSync, and this is just the penetration to the market is the sports science ed. We've got mindfulness ones coming in, we've got things where we're integrating PE with scouting, writing reports, doing interviews on cameras. It's all about getting the children to be able to express themselves in an environment what they love to be in, and they can express themselves through talking in public, but that's through the integration of maybe a football match, and now they're the commentator. For me, that is golden, and I think these type of initiatives need to be brought to the school education system.
I've known Mike for quite a number of years, and I started off in education after I qualified. I was working in a primary school for around 10-11 years. I've always had a love for technology, and then speaking to Mike one night, I started talking to him about the technology that's used during sports, and I wanted to see if I could combine that with education. I know PE in schools at the moment is fantastic with all the teachers there, but we wanted to see if we could take it onto that next level, because I think the one thing that was missing from PE is there's not a way of actually quantifying and getting actual figures for how well the children are doing, and then improving them, and then looking at that progress by retesting them. So together we designed a set of activities that the kids could do in school. We were able to get information and data from all of them. We taught the children then how to plot that data, analyse it using technology, and then create training plans for their partners within school. And ultimately then look at see who's got the highest percentage increase. So it's kind of flipping PE from the onus being on the athlete to actually being on the sports scientist or the trainer instead. Hopefully what that will mean is when the kids grow up, they could get involved more with STEM subjects. If they've got a real interest in sports, regardless of their ability, they could still stay in the industry. I think they've had a fantastic day. Everyone that we spoke to said they really enjoyed it. And ultimately what they've done is they've come to a place where they've used technology where they probably wouldn't be able to do that in any other field. Some of the kit that they've got at the Cedar Speed lab is just absolutely fantastic. The VR cognitive training, when the kids put the headsets on, the first thing they said was, whoa, which is understandable. It's a real different approach to using cognitive training within sports, and that's kind of what we're looking at. And I look forward to bringing more and more kids here in the future.